How much impact do you think a rum cask is going to have on an Islay Scotch?
I think you're going to be surprised.
Yeah, a little bit more than you might expect.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey. We're going to jump back over to across the pond.
Yeah.
Back to Scotland.
Back
What do
to
you got? What do you got for us?
This is the Lagavulin Offerman edition. This is the fourth in the series, and this is Caribbean rum cask finished. Nick Offerman, who played Ron Swanson on Parks and Rec, and his character on Parks and Rec talked about how great Lagavulin was, so much that they actually got a cease and desist because he was promoting a single brand. So that's kind of just a fun backstory. But since he left Parks and Rec, or I guess it ended, he partnered up with Lagavulin. I don't remember what the first one was. The second one was finished in like a stout cask and won Whiskey of the Year.
Okay.
The next release, the third one, was a char finish. We reviewed that one. It was really good. It was like they recharred the barrel, so it was like fresh recharred. Really, really solid. And this is the fourth one where they take 11-year-old Lagavulin. So it's aged in ex-bourbon, ex-sherry casks, and then it's finished in Caribbean rum casks for 8 months.
I have a feeling this is going to be like really, really light.
No.
No?
Light? What do you mean by
like
light?
Color.
Oh, yeah, totally light color. And if you ever want to just read someone's just crazy-ass imagination, there's a whole story about how he sailed from Scotland and stopped in the Caribbean, and that's how this all came about. But it's a short story on the back on the back of this box here. Lagavulin is, we'll call, probably one of the quintessential Islay Scotches. The 16 is most people's like rule of thumb of how they judge other whiskeys. I don't actually care for the 16. It comes off a little like ashy to me. Again, the other Nick Offerman one I thought was delicious, but that's my opinion. That's not for everybody. This is 92 proof and $75. It's not crazy for an 11-year-old plus 8-month Scotch.
Yeah.
And Islay at that.
Well, the nose is
Islay. Yeah, there's no
nothing,
missing.
There's nothing else there.
Once you take that sip,
go back,
and then go back, it does open up a touch. But briny, medicinal, kind of a little bit of a Band-Aid-y thing going on. Not a crazy smoke note. It's like a little smoky, but it's more on the salty and medicinal side on the nose.
I mean, I get all that on the palate, but then I do get that just kind of finishes. You get all those Band-Aid, brine, charcoal,
antiseptic.
Yeah, but then it just finishes sweet, subtle,
yes,
subtle,
sweet.
Yeah,
weirdly like a sugary rum, like a sweeter rum is what it has that influence. I think it's fun to do an experiment. I think, my opinion, I know I would lose this in our whiskey club, but this is probably one of the best.
There's 4 people in the whiskey
celebrity
club that drink this
whiskeys that exist.
I enjoy it. When I tell my friends that I like Scotch, like, I hate, and it's always and Islay.
Right.
And obviously we educate our friends like, there's other regions that
very different profiles.
Aren't the stereotypical
smoke, brine, medicinal, Band-Aid. Yeah. Now do it again. Give me another nose and another sip, and tell me if the rum impact.
So going back, the nose is sweeter. I do get some sweet notes.
If you're open to the experimentation, you have to figure out how to get past either, depending on the smoke or the brine or the medicinal note. Like, you've got to go that one layer below that, and as soon as you can, some Islay whiskeys just turn into there's a magical note underneath this. To me, the weird like confectioner sugar type sweetness that finishes on this, I don't think most people are going to get to that point. I think most people are going to be like, oh my God, I can't.
Most people are going to be, where's the water?
Yeah.
Give me a glass of water.
This is getting poured down the sink. But I was just like, that's really, really interesting, very different. I've never gotten that much sweetness off of an Islay. So that rum really does have an impact.
I'm going to say there's going to be more impact with the water on the finish, not the nose. I want to say the nose went the other way.
To me, the nose muted off a little bit. It just kind of...
You lost the sweetness.
Yeah, lost the sweetness.
Uh-huh.
Little briny. That's about it. Like, it kind of... that could be disappointing. Medicinal, a little briny.
Ooh.
Touch of smoke.
I like it better with water. It's smoother.
It's smoother, but it never hit that super sweet note at the end. Like it.
I think it balanced everything out.
Okay. I'm gonna have to read. I got so hooked on just that sugar, simple syrup note at the end.
But the other notes, the briny, the medicinal, like it, and the sweetness, like I think everything is kind of
plays well better. Plays a little better now.
They're playing a little better in the sandbox. One's not more dominant than the other.
I agree. Ooh, actually, that second one, that worked. Because now the sweetness did kind of come towards the like mid palate, and now it's finishing sweet with like
it balanced it out.
Sweet with like a medicinal note to it, like a antiseptic note to it, but it's like sweet.
But it's not like.
No, it doesn't punch you in. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't care for the first sip, but the second sip, that's pretty good. I like it both ways. I think both neat and with water. The palates are very, very interesting. The nose, not overly, like it's not overwhelming by any means.
The nose is your typical Islay.
Yeah, it doesn't really stand out. You really can't tell the rum impact that much. Maybe there's a little bit of sweetness.
Going into it, I didn't think I was going to get on the nose anyway, knowing that's an Islay.
Right. It's going to be a palate impact. It should, if it's going to impact
Speyside, maybe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You would get that. I knew I was going to get the sweetness on the palate. Good bottle though.
Yeah, really, and for $75.
After you have you try a couple of the Islas, like you kind of, for me, it just kind of grew on me.
Right. Yeah, it is an acquired taste.
Oh, it absolutely
if you're going to explain it, that is it's an acquired taste, but it really. It's not even just the acquired taste. It's the learning how to taste it, like learning to go that 2 or 3 levels down.
For me, it's like I can have like 2.
Yeah, I'm not drinking.
I'm not drinking this all night long. I don't see how they drink this all night long.
No,
I don't.
No, I'm not drinking this all night long.
Other scotches, yes.
A Glenmorangie Capital Estate 15-year, I will drink that all night long. That's not a problem. Or a tail of cake, yeah, absolutely. That is not something that I want to sip on all night long.
But on the flip side, if that's what you grew up with,
man, it's just normal.
It's just normal.
Right. Yeah. Everything else is probably too sweet.
Yep. I enjoyed this. Yeah. Again, my expectation was nose was going to be standard. I was going to get all that rum sweetness
on the palate,
which I did.
It delivers. It's different. It's neat.
Go either way. Water, no water.
Yeah. I think it's different each way, but I don't think they're both good. It's just different.
Proof is nice, 92.
Gotta like that.
Price is pretty decent, 75.
I like that.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our review. If you did, come give it a sample. Give it a try. Buy your own bottle or get a pour somewhere. Hopefully your buddy has a bottle like my buddy. But again, we're trying to continue to grow this channel. We'd love your support and encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
Right up here, we'll link up the review of the third in the series, the charred oak edition of the Offerman series out of Lagavulin. So I'll link that right up there. And if you like this, if you like learning, seeing reviews of whiskeys that not everyone probably trying or putting out there on the
sometimes our stuff is out there. We're trying to find stuff. For me personally, I'm trying to find the stuff in those random states.
Yeah, random states or slightly unique one-off series type things. subscribe. We put out content like this twice a week, always different bottles, just all random things, trying to share what we've explored with you, so you know whether or not you should move forward with buying.
Hit us up. Give us one of your
recommendations.
Something that's kind of out there. Again, one of those that's a state that's not known for producing a whiskey.
Yeah, we love the little regionals.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we appreciate you watching this episode, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.